Hello, welcome to Battle of the Ports. This week we are taking a look at a game many say is the best Bitmap Brothers game ever made. Or at least, that is what some Amiga magazines claimed. This is Gods, which was first released in 1991. In Gods you play as Hercules in his quest to achieve immortality. The game is full of precise timed jumps in order to progress throughout the levels. Planning each move carefully yields better results health-wise than attempting to rush through a level, and there are some puzzles which require the player to go back and forth in a level since there is only 4 space inventories where objects required to get bonuses, such as keys, or to complete a level can be carried. There are several weapons available in the levels or to buy, and up to 3 of these can be used simultaneously. It's also possible to vary the focus of the weapon. To destroy more enemies at the same horizontal level as the player, a tight angle is advisable, but in levels with open spaces and enemies in higher places, a diffused aim may prove more useful. There are also other weapons, such as bouncing axes, that can be used to take on enemies at lower levels, or fireballs. In total, there are 4 levels, each with a guardian at the end. After completion of a level, the player meets a trader, and depending on the wealth accumulated during the game, can buy more powerful weapons or items. Personally, I find Gods quite slow. Not the type of game I enjoy, but I can see why Amiga fans liked it so much. Next up we have the Atari ST version, which was developed by Renegade. This looks very much like the Amiga version, but with a little less colour. It also plays the same, but does seem to suffer from more slowdown than the Amiga release. The in-game audio is also quite weak in comparison, but at least the opening theme is still present. In 1992, the Acorn Archimedes received a port. This is very much like the Amiga version, but minus any slowdown. That may have happened in the Amiga original. Next we have the MS-DOS port, which again looks very much like the Amiga version, but sadly suffers in the sound department. Yes, it has the opening music, but all in-game sound effects are not as good as the Amiga or Acorn version. They're not on the same level as the Atari ST, mind you, so that's a good point. The game scrolls a bit less smooth as well, I found. God's even got a port to the Japanese NEC PC 9801. This version is based upon the MS-DOS release, but now contains an all-new intro and a new FM-based soundtrack, which includes in-game music and a welcome addition in my opinion, as it makes the action seem more exciting. Sadly on my PC 9801 this game runs a bit slow, but at least you can get a good idea of how it is. As for playability, it's just like all the other versions so far. Okay, onto the console version, starting with the Mega Drive, which was developed by Kraft Gold. The console versions do not share the same opening music as the computer versions of the game. They do, however, have background music throughout the game, just like the PC 9801. Sadly, the music in this Mega Drive version is rather crappy. too boomy with scratchy samples. The game is also way too fast, making it far more difficult to take out enemies. It is a lot more responsive than the home computer versions, but the speed is too much. I can't recommend this one. And we'll finish up with the Super Nintendo version, which shares the same presentation as the Mega Drive. So yeah, the same colour theme, same music, but now sounding way better, and same new intro. And sadly the same speeded up gameplay. Sadly, due to the odd resolution the SNES runs in, the main player and enemies do look a little squashed. Still, I'd rather play this version than the Mega Drive, since the audio is more pleasant to listen to. And let's take a look at all those versions of Gods running side by side.